Hello, everybody. Welcome to 50 Strong. We are so excited that you're here with us today. As of about 4 minutes ago, there were a little over 600 folks that registered for today's meeting, plus all the employer representatives are here. So if you are joining us for the very first time, thank you so much for being here. And we hope you find this next hour and 40 minutes to be both fun and certainly productive. For those of you that I haven't met yet, my name is Candy Tillman. My husband, Kevin, and I started 50 Strong. Goodness, next month is 5 years. And really where we started and where we are today is, if I think about the reason that we started this, it is because we wanted to find a way to make sure that all military affiliated job seekers, no matter where they were, had access to career-led industry prep and employment pathway sharing that is very relevant. And so for those of you that have been here before, welcome back. Great to see you again. For the almost 50% of you that are here with us for the very first time, goodness, almost 60% here with us for the very first time. Thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate you. And we hope you find this valuable. I want to just say a quick shout out to our sponsors that make all of this work possible. To Lowe's, Johnson & Johnson, Cushman & Wakefield, Amazon, John Deere, Verizon, Fiserv, United Health Group, Wells Fargo, HCA Healthcare, Oracle, and ADP. Thank you for making all of our efforts possible. We really value your collaboration and your partnership. And we look forward to hearing from you in just a second. For our agenda today, I just want to level set. There's a bunch of us in this room together. We'll be here together for about 30 minutes. During that time, you'll hear a little bit about the work that we're trying to do, some quick tips from our team, and you'll hear introductions from our sponsors. And then we're going to open up the breakout rooms. The breakout rooms are the magic of what we're hoping to do today. And so the breakout rooms will be open. All the companies that you see listed there on the flyer are going to host their own breakout room. And so to all these companies that are here with us today, I hope that you'll take away, these are all very different companies, right? What we hope is that you find that hour really productive to exploring, asking questions, and just checking out what's out there. So again, to all the companies that are here today, thank you so much for being here. You may also, if you're here for the very first time, you may notice one thing that is different. Sometimes, actually all the time, our chat feature is enabled. As our events are growing, we've gotten some feedback that it's almost becoming a little too chaotic. So during the welcome time, we've disabled the chat. We will open it again during the breakout rooms, but we've disabled it because we just want to make sure that you're hearing clearly from our sponsors as they're sharing their opportunities with you. And we don't want anybody to get overwhelmed. Our team, Kate and Chantel, may be dropping info in there periodically for you, but again, we're going to try to keep it contained. Important. We want your feedback. So if after this you're like, no way, we love the chat, please tell us. We're always about improvement, and we certainly appreciate the feedback, but we're going to see how this goes for today. All right, next week, we're going to have the Verizon team with us. So the Verizon team is here with us today, but next week, there'll be more of those team here with us. And you're certainly welcome to talk to them today as well as next week. And then upcoming events. Y'all, almost every single week during the spring, we will have events just like this. Please join us as often as you need to. Or want to learn and explore and hopefully find that great fit. No matter if you're looking for skill bridge, full-time work, part-time, student veteran opportunities, military spouse fellowships, whatever it is, employers have the jobs. Okay, I want to stop my screen share. And I'd like to let you hear from a few of our employer sponsors that are making all this work possible. Before I do that, I just want to mention we have a whole lot of enlisted folks with us. Thank you all so much for being here. Here's what I want to share with you. Employers are looking for military talent of all shapes and sizes. So we love that there is a big smorgasbord of ranks and MOSs here today. Thank you all so much. And it looks like about 35% of you are still on active duty. You'll probably hear some SkillBridge pathway sharing, which is great. Okay, also, I'd like to just mention, if any of our sponsors have giveaways to offer, please mention it during your introduction, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that. Instead of waiting till the end, let's go ahead and tell folks now if you do have any giveaways. So I'd like to introduce you to a couple of our close partners. I'm going to start with Rebecca Medlin, who is at Lowe's. Rebecca, do you mind to say a quick hello?
Hi, everyone. My name's Rebecca, like Candy said. I work for Lowe's. So I know you guys, well, except for if you're in Tennessee where we just got snow. I was going to say everybody else is preparing for spring. So head there to go get your plants, I'm sure. But we are more than just our storefront. So our corporate office is in Mooresville, North Carolina, with our tech hub in Charlotte. So a lot of different opportunities from, we have 3 fixed wing aircrafts that we have pilots and a whole maintenance team for, as well as everything you see in the stores from a technology perspective is all done in-house. We don't outsource any of that. We also have internships. So they are closed for this summer, but we will be opening those back up in September of this year for our student veterans out there. We also have a SkillBridge program. It's available at any of our store locations in the United States. We actually have somebody starting in Hawaii next month. So that hits Alaska and Hawaii, our 2 hardest states. So that's exciting. And then we also have a military spouse fellowship. So that is also available at any of our store locations, but it's unique because we have a military spouse transfer policy. So we'll help transfer you to the next store. Lowe's is the longest place I've worked, 4 years, because my husband's active duty Army. So prior to that, most of my jobs lasted 3 years. So excited for you guys to join our breakout room and hear more about the opportunities at Lowe's.
And Rebecca, if you and Tanisha would like to drop in your information into the chat is enabled right now. I'd ask that everybody just be respectful. And again, we will see how this goes. Welcome your feedback. Next up from Amazon, Skylar, are you here with us? Hey, Skylar, are you on mute?
How about now?
We can hear you now.
Cool, awesome. Thank you. Sorry about that. But yes, I'm with the Amazon Emerging Talent Programs team. I'm really excited to be here today. In our breakout room, we will highlight some internship, apprenticeship, and full-time roles as well. Particularly if you're interested in any type of software engineering or any of our other AWS roles, such as our data center roles and anything like that, I'll be able to give you any information that you're looking for.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Skylar. I got a heads up literally on hundreds of internships for students. So thank you so much for being here. Next up from John Deere, Dave Underwood. How are you, Dave?
Hey, doing great, Candy. I'll give a good introduction. So I'm Dave Underwood. I'm the Talent Acquisition Manager for John Deere, and I oversee all military hiring for the company. I'm a United States Marine. I served 2004 to 2012, and I fought in the Kwangal Valley in Afghanistan in 2006 and Aditya City, Iraq in 2007. I have 9 years of talent acquisition experience focused on helping veterans transition to a civilian career. I'm also the co-founder of the Quad City Veterans Network, where we have 6 years assisting folks like you to help you connect with veteran-ready employers. I hope that you can join me today. Joining me are Jess Mady, Marcus Aziri, and David Bostic. John Deere has some amazing dealership opportunities. We currently need 2,000 technicians at dealerships in every single state. If you plan to move back home, we most likely have an opportunity waiting for you as a John Deere field technician. We also have opportunities in parts, service, and sales within our dealerships all across the United States. We also have John Deere corporate opportunities. These corporate opportunities are limited to the northern Midwest, and we can only consider you if you can relocate. None of these opportunities with corporate have a remote option. Some of the posted roles that we're looking for right now in corporate are part-time student, summer internships, engineering, skilled trades, aviation, area sales management, and entry-level logistics. At John Deere, we have 1,000 members in our company's military employee resource group. We have a dedicated group of volunteers within that group that are ready to help you find your next career with us. I look forward to connecting with you in our breakout room today.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
Next up from Johnson & Johnson. Sydney, how are you?
Hi, good. Thanks again for having us, and thanks everyone for joining today. As Candy mentioned, my name is Sydney. I am the SkillBridge Program Manager at Johnson & Johnson. I'm an active duty military spouse, and I have been serving the military community for over 15 years. I'm honored to be here with a couple of my amazing colleagues out of the Tampa location, Antoinette and Celeste. So, as some of you may know, Johnson & Johnson is a large and broadly based healthcare company, which means we have various different job functions that help keep us running. So this includes supply chain, operations, sales, finance, engineering, program and project management, admin, network IT management, you name it, we pretty much have it all. We have locations across the US, with our headquarters being out of New Brunswick, New Jersey, and we're currently in the midst of building our new bio facility, actually in Wilson, North Carolina. And outside of our direct hire roles, we have a couple of dedicated pathways for transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses, which again include our SkillBridge program, the Military Spouse Fellowship program, and a Veteran Sales Pathway program as well. So we hope that you join us in our breakout room, learn more about these programs. We look forward to connecting with y'all.
I love the sales pathway. I just want to give it a plug. I feel like sales is misunderstood. So anyway, y'all please check that out. Thanks so much, Sydney. From United Health Group, Shane Steck. Shane, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hey everybody, I am Shane Steck. I'm the director of our inclusive hiring programs at United Health Group. Also a retired Navy, Chief Petty Officer retired. So definitely know where y'all are coming from on that side of the table. If you don't know about us, which I used to say that people never heard of us before, but I'm sure you probably have at this point over some of the events over the past few months. So we are a Fortune 5 company. We've got over 400,000 employees across the globe and dozens of job families. While we're a healthcare center business, we do have a ton of roles that are not patient facing, everything from customer service, finance, project management, business operations. And of course, we do have healthcare providers and allied professionals as well. If you're looking for a SkillBridge or military spouse fellowship opportunity, those are mostly remote, and we can bring in fellows in all 50 states across the country. We've got a very large military network. Thousands of our employees are veterans who are part of our employee resource group, and we're all actively engaged to support you however we can, be it either a fellowship or a full-time opportunity. So if you've never thought about a career in the healthcare industry, please stop by our breakout room, come and chat with us, and we'd love to see if we're a good match.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shane. Always great to see you. From Fiserv, Seth, how are you?
Hey, doing great, Candy. All right. So I dropped some information in there. That way you don't have to take notes, but feel free to take notes anyways if you want. My name is Seth Peterson. I retired out of the Army, out of the center of the universe, Fort Bragg, North Carolina in 2022. And I joined Fiserv, which if you're like most people on here, you probably never heard of Fiserv, and that's okay. I'd never heard of it either. It is a fintech company, right? It's not Pfizer. I can't get you your vaccines. But what we do is financial tech, and we are a business to business organization. But we are behind the scenes of all those big names that you have heard of. So Walmart, Uber, Dunkin' Donuts, PayPal, DoorDash, many of those, like your banks, your financial institutions. And we also help power a lot of your small businesses around the country. We have about 40,000 employees. We operate in 100 different countries, and we manage the movement of money At peak, we operate about 25,000 financial transactions per second. Um, so what are we looking for? I like to say pretty much everything but healthcare, right? So project management, program management, IT, we have a lot of IT roles, cyber tech. Um, we have implementations is a word that you'll hear a lot on our careers page. That's essentially like a project manager, but it's implementing the new software programs that go that the companies, when they purchase our services and software, we get those implemented. So that's very similar to a project manager that you would be thinking of. Um, we are in the middle of our interviews for our analyst program. So if you're an early career, you're getting out of the military, or you have recently got out of the military, you recently got your bachelor's degree, and you got, say, less than 10 years, ideally less than 8 years of military experience, you could be eligible for our analyst program. That's a 2-year paid program in our office. And at the end of that, as long as you agree to want to stay on, we move you right into a senior analyst role, and you just keep on working. So it's a phenomenal way to get into the tech industry, and it's paid. And it's paid very, I'd say that the salary is very well. We are 100% in office culture. So unless you want a sales role that you're out traveling around the region, you're going to be in our office 5 days a week. So we don't have a lot of remote positions. So if you're looking for a remote, then we're probably not going to be a great fit for you other than sales. Key areas that we're hiring out of: New Jersey, um, Tennessee, so Nashville, Atlanta, metro area, Omaha, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Those are the big areas. We have some other small areas around the country, so definitely check out our careers page just in case there are some one-offs and stuff out in different parts of the country. Those are the big hubs. So please come to our breakout room, and we'll talk more about it and see if we're a good fit. Thanks. Back to you, Candy.
So Seth, there's two things I just want to quickly touch on. Part of the reason that we do this is because there's all kinds of companies that folks may not have ever heard of. And Fiserv is a great example of that. Listen, I'd been in private industry for 20 years and I can't even promise that I had heard of Fiserv, right? So part of the reason we do this is we want you to get exposed to all types of companies, specifically B2B companies that you may not have heard of, because they do have opportunities. The other thing, Seth, that I kind of perked up on, you talked about implementation roles. We have a lot of folks looking for project management roles, and I really appreciate that you made that translation for people that may not be familiar. Thank you. Next up, from HCA Healthcare. Shambhala, are you here with us?
I sure am.
How are you?
Pretty good. How's everybody doing? So I'm Shambhala Roach, the program manager for military affairs for HCA. And this call for me is actually very exciting because a year and a half ago, when I was transitioning out of the Army, I'm a retired Army soldier, and I was on this call a year and a half ago and sat in many of these breakout rooms. And one of the calls that I was in was with HCA with the then program manager, John Snyder. So this call is the reason why I was able to work for HCA and ended up being hired as a human resources business partner. Well, fast forward a year and 4 months. Now I am the program manager for military affairs and sitting in on a call like this and looking at prospective people who are looking into their next career once they transition. So look forward to anybody who wants to sit in and talk to us in the breakout room. HCA is one of the organizations that has like well over 180 different facilities. We have more than 2,300 different treatment locations across the nation. We have several remote opportunities, as well as a facility in the United Kingdom, and our corporation is headquarters in Tennessee as well too. So I really look forward to just talking to anybody about whatever their transition journey is looking like. If they have any questions as far as what that looks like when you're sitting in the middle of your own skill bridge at another organization, you happen to end up on a 50-strong call and, end up somewhere else as far as your career. But I'm really excited to speak with everybody today.
Thank you so much. We love it. Seriously love it. Next up from Verizon, Paola, how are you?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here. So as Candy mentioned, we're going to come back next week. So if you don't get the chance to talk to us, you can always hit us then. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paola Martinez, and I lead Verizon's military recruitment programs to include our SkillBridge and our Hiring Our Heroes programs. Prior to working at Verizon, I served in the Marine Corps for 5 years as an administrative specialist, and my team is composed of veterans as well. So we understand some of the challenges that you guys typically face. This programs like Hiring Our Heroes and even 50 Strong, they didn't exist back in 2012 when I first got out. So I strongly encourage every single one of you guys to take full advantage of every employer that's here, understand and learn everything that they have to share in terms of opportunities. So with that being said, I do have opportunities in the fellowship program. I have over 26 positions currently posted. These include in finance, customer experience, network engineering, network assurance, technology. I do have a fun one, business development, and there are so many more opportunities out there. So just hit our careers page and you'll be able to see all the opportunities we have. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is I know, and I get this a lot from our veterans and our military spouses. It's like, hey, Verizon's my cell phone provider. Well, guys, we're more than that. We're a technology company. So stop by our booth, learn about the many opportunities that we have, and connect with our team. Thank you so much, Candy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. From Wells Fargo, David, how are you? David, are you on mute? Okay. Aaron, are you here with us by chance? Okay. We'll find out what's going on with Wells Fargo. Last but not least, from Cushman & Wakefield, Jamie McCall.
Thanks, Candy. Well, hello, welcome everyone. My name is Jamie McCall, and I lead our SkillBridge HOH program at Cushman & Wakefield. I'm also a veteran of the Ohio Army National Guard from what I like to say 20 moons ago. Before I dive into who is Cushman & Wakefield, what are we all about, as Candy mentioned at the top, we have swag. So we've got a Yeti cooler, we have a beer mug, we have hats, we have notebooks, we have pens that look like screwdrivers. So come to our breakout room. Candy will talk about this more at the end, but when you post out on LinkedIn and tag us, we picked 2 lucky winners last year. They posted the pictures of their swag. It's pretty awesome. So definitely stop by and chat with us. But if you have not done your homework and you're wondering who in the world is Cushman & Wakefield, well, you should look out for our big red signs because we are everywhere, coast to coast and all kind of pockets in the middle. But we are a global commercial real estate company. We lead, we oversee the sales and the leasing and the purchasing of buildings and skyscrapers and retail shopping centers, manufacturing, industrial, multifamily properties, a couple of NFL stadiums. Some of our clients are on this call with us, like Verizon, Fiserv, and Amazon, and many more. We have over 50,000 employees globally, about 35,000 here in the United States with about 400 offices. We hire roles that include anywhere from a property administrator that leads into property management. On the skilled trade side, we can't find enough of that. So from a maintenance tech to a chief engineer and everything in between, operations, procurement, construction project management, that's pretty key for us because of the nature of our business is the construction side. Finance, accounting, HR, and certainly many more opportunities. I'm joined here in my breakout room today by my awesome colleague, Billy Flagg, who's also a product of the SkillBridge program and who leads our military spouse program, as well as a point of contact for our veterans. So drop by and chat with us, and we look forward to meeting with you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks, Candy.
Thank you so much, Jamie. Really appreciate it. For our team, can we please drop in military recruiting at wellsfargo.com for those that may have interest in the Wells Fargo team? I think there might have been an emergency, so we wanted to make sure that we cover off on that. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, not only for being here, bringing your energy, sharing, but also for the important work that you do. Thank you so much. We have a couple more things to do before we open the breakout rooms. Before I share a couple of housekeeping tips with you, my co-founder is here today. In large part, 50 Strong was kind of designed in a way that we were like, oh, what would get Kevin to join. And so, Kevin, are you here? Do you mind to say a quick hello?
Yeah. Hi, friends. I'm Kevin Tillman. Super excited to be here. My wife, Candy. This whole kind of party started because my transition was a total hot mess. I got out in 2005. I was in the Army over at Ranger Battalion over at Fort Lewis, I guess now Lewis McChord. I had a college degree and I thought, oh, well, it was philosophy. So I don't even know if that really counts as a college degree, but I did have an actual degree and I thought that I would transition nicely. And it was just not pretty. It took me probably 2 years to get kind of steady work. I didn't have the opportunity to chat with all these employers, but I ended up getting a job from on the inventory side to doing software training, both kind of system administrators and just UI stuff for normal users. Over at Lockheed, I ended up doing rack and stack equipment. I ended up at Dell doing implementation at data centers. Long story short, now I'm over with an education technology company and I support 4 engineering teams. So it's like I had no idea what I was going to do. I felt like an imposter the entire process. Anyway, I'm sure you guys are going through that similar kind of feeling as you're transitioning out. Kind of like when you went into the military, you see all these people with brass that know what they're doing, and you're like, dude, I have no idea. I'm not a real soldier. I just showed up. So there's something about going into the market in that transition that is really difficult. So I'm really grateful that you guys have taken the time to come and chat with these employers. I'm grateful that they're here to talk to you guys, give you information. But you never really know what's out there. Find out what they have, because in a lot of cases it's kind of new. I mean, some people are a lot more squared away than I was. I was not. I thought there was like 10 jobs in the world: a cop, a fireman, a policeman, and stuff like that. So every company is like its own little world. They all have finance, accounting, software engineering. They have pilots. They got everything. These are pretty large companies that have a lot of different unique jobs that you don't really know until you talk to these employers. So anyway, Candy, that's my 90 seconds, if that works.
Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Y'all, I have a couple more things I want to share with you before we open the breakout rooms. One of the things that we started doing in an effort to make these events run efficiently is we built the 50 Strong Marketplace. And so each of our employer partners have been spending a lot of time. Thank you to Chantel for all the prep that goes into making these meetings possible. But these are city level opportunity sharing for SkillBridge, student opportunities, apprenticeships, and then also all direct hire roles that are shared by many of our partners. Hopefully, this is easy filtering by location. The goal for us, we don't want you as a job seeker to waste time if an employer does not have an opportunity in the location of your choice that fits your interests and skills. So we've spent a lot of time developing out this platform. Kate has been working diligently with our engineering team and Kevin as well. We have a lot of cool new stuff coming, but we hope that you will leverage this. If you want to leverage it to help decide what employers you're going to visit with today, amazing. But it's also okay if you just decide that you want to kind of visit a few different rooms, regardless of checking this out. We also have key employment pathways. So again, we'll drop in the URL for this. And this is just basically a high-level overview for key locations, key pathways, and in some cases, featured jobs that each of the employer partners shares. So again, we're going to open the breakout rooms for 1 hour. Couple of friendly reminders in our breakout rooms. Employers, please stay in your breakout room. Attendees that are here, when we open the breakout rooms, you can move in and out as you please. So you can stay with one employer the entire time. You can maybe go to 15 if you want. But what we'll do is we'll send 15-minute reminders. Majority of people choose to visit between 3 and 4 employers. So hopefully these 15-minute reminders are helpful. Couple of friendly reminders. Please make sure that you know your follow-ups. There's a lot of people here and a lot of employers. And so make sure that you know your follow-ups, because we do not want to be a bottleneck for you. Also, this event is for the participating employers that you see here and the job seekers that are attending. If you are here trying to pitch something else or doing some B2B for your own effort. I'm really going to ask that you be very respectful in the breakout rooms. Again, this is for the participating employers that you see pictured here and the job seekers that are here to talk to them about jobs. All right, we're going to go ahead and open the breakout rooms. Employer partners, I'm going to ask that you go ahead and move into the breakout rooms while we share just a couple more tips with the attendees, and then we'll let everybody into the breakout rooms. Friendly reminders, our team stays in the main room while the breakout rooms are open. You're welcome to talk to us and ask your questions, but I really want to foot stomp this. We're a startup. I don't have a single job to offer anybody, but all the employers that are here have lots of jobs. Please talk to them. Do not waste your time talking to us. We're always available. Please talk to the employers. I also want to add, while these employers often will share pretty awesome pieces of career transition advice, please keep in mind, this is for job exploration versus one-to-one career counseling. You don't need to have your resume for this. You don't need to do an elevator pitch. Again, the goal is to help you build connections with the right people. Each of the employers will tell you what the best next steps are if you have interest in their companies. The chat is now enabled, and you can use that during your breakout rooms. Okay, the breakout rooms are open. If you know how to navigate into breakout rooms, please feel free. If this is your first time or you're having any trouble or you're confused, we'll quickly go through how you get into breakout rooms. And I see that folks are moving now, so we're in good shape. There's a button probably on the bottom or the top of your screen that says breakout rooms. You can click that, and then you'll see a listing of all the employers that are here today. Click join, and it'll take you into that employer's breakout room. When you're ready to leave, you just click leave room, and that will rejoin you to here with the main session with us. And then you can pick another room to go in. And then again, we will send 15-minute reminders just for your awareness. Please feel free to ignore it if you're having a great time. And then we'll see you back in 1 hour.
We got about 10 seconds and everyone is on their way back.
Okay, great. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Did you have fun? Good. Okay, good. Hey, one of the things that we were just talking about with the small group of folks that were here with us in the main room, I'm really interested how y'all felt about the chat not being enabled during the welcome. Fun fact, it is open now. So if you really feel like you want to drop in your information or your LinkedIn profile, go for it. But I really welcome your feedback in the survey or in the chat here. Thank you for that, Trevor. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to ask everybody to mute. I have just a couple things that I want to share with you. Okay, we mentioned before, we have events almost every single week at 50 Strong throughout the spring. Please join us back. Some of them are big events like today. Some of them are focused on a specific company. In addition to just these events, if you look on the upcoming events on our website, you will also see partner events. So this includes events from organizations like Heroes Make America, Wells Fargo hosts their own events often. And with that, y'all know that our friends from Wells Fargo had a little bit of a snag earlier. Missy, I'm going to give you a chance to just say a quick hello to everybody. Missy, the floor is yours for like 60 to 90 seconds if you'd like to say a quick hello and talk about Wells Fargo.
I would love to, and thanks for allowing us to be flexible, Candy. I apologize, and I owe you one. I'll get you next time. I'll be here, I promise, and ready to go. The next time that happens.
But yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Really quickly, I just want to say thanks. We know that you all have options, and the fact that you're here and even interested in Wells Fargo is something that we're very aware of and grateful for. Your support of 50 Strong and the way that Candy and her team there have continued to engage with us is something that I have really enjoyed watching from its inception. I can say I was here when it started. Couple of things I would offer just in general. First of all, y'all have choices. And enjoy that. If it's not Wells, if it's Fiserv, great. If it's not Fiserv and it's ADP, great. If it's not ADP and it's Amazon, great. We all want to hire you, but we're all different companies and we all offer different things to each of you. And that's great. That's exactly what it should be. So none of us are here to compete. We're all here to support and to encourage you. Number two, give yourself grace. This is never going to go as you have planned, ever. I don't care if you're 5 minutes in or 5 years in. You're going to apply. You're going to think you're a stellar person. And I would bet my counterparts at the other companies are probably going to go, yep. And it's never going to go the way you have planned. That's okay. It is the nature of what we do. Number three, no is an okay word. You can say no to a job. You can say no to a position. You can say, nope, I'm not interested in that company. We all get it. So I would leave you with that and tell you that it is hard and that's okay. We're here to support. If you have interest, I know Candy will drop our Operation Stagecoach in the chat. If you did not get a chance to come to the room and Wells is a company that you are interested in, please consider coming. It is a free webinar. It will share any and all things Wells Fargo. There are 2 supplementals that we do. One is a resume session and one is an interview session. Even if you don't come to Wells, you may get something from it. They are free. You can come to as many of them as you want to. So I will ask Candy to support us. I'm restricted on the chat because I work for a financial company, so they don't let me chat in things because they're afraid I'm going to say something naughty. So Candy will put that in for me. I will just say, Candy and your team, thank you as always for being patient and flexible and for providing us a platform to meet with these great individuals. And I will send it back to you. Thank you again for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Always happy to have y'all. Hey, y'all, one thing that I did not point out in the beginning that I will now, 51% of the folks that answered the poll when we started are currently enrolled military affiliated students. So this includes folks in boot camps and community colleges and 4-year degrees and advanced degrees. Thank you all so much for using this time while you're in school to explore what employers have. To the employers that are leaning in on student pathways, thank you all so much. Couple more things. Again, upcoming events, please join us as often as you can. Next week, we'll be back with Verizon. Next steps, please be proactive. I happened to be on a phone call with Michael McCoy at Verizon earlier today, and he was talking to me about how important it is to be proactive with employers that you are interested in. Please be proactive. Follow up directly based on how each of the employers has recommended. And please leverage LinkedIn to build relationships, not about getting LinkedIn famous, but to build relationships with the right people that know about jobs. Giveaways today. If you would like a 50 strong shirt or hat, we're going to give away a couple of these. Please share on LinkedIn, tag the employers that you met with and tell us about something that you learned. Tag 50 strong, tag the employers. Our team will keep an eye out and we'll send a shirt or hat to up to 5 meeting attendees that share the most genuine or creative LinkedIn post today or tomorrow. Jamie McCall, I think you mentioned you want to jump in again with your swag items.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Candy. So if you are in the Cushman and Wakefield breakout room, please get on LinkedIn. Let us know your knowledge nugget. What did you learn? What did you like? Tag myself, tag Billy Flagg, tag 50 Strong, and we will pick 2 winners. We'll send, either a Yeti cooler, mug, hat, lots of goodies. So thanks so much for joining. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Jamie. We also, if you would also like 50 Strong swag, we have a whole shop. 100% of the proceeds from these items are donated to nonprofits. And we have some really cool hoodies and vests that are new in there. Check that out. I'd like to say thank you so much. Again, our work is possible thanks to the support of our sponsors that make it so. And also their willingness to collaborate with so many other employers, because what we want is for you to have as much industry-led exposure as possible to help inform your job search. So I want to say thank you again to these partners that make all of our work possible. And again, to all of you that joined us for the very first time today, I hope today was fun. I hope it was productive. Again, please follow up. I'd like to thank our team, Chantel and Kate, and to all of our employers that joined us. Thank you all so much for being with us today.
I
With
think
that,
Seth had something. I think Seth has something, right?
oh, Seth Peterson has something?
I did, but it's okay. So I don't have Fiserv swag, but we are a huge supporter of the military community. I already said that we're business to business, and we support our military, or small veteran minority owned businesses, and that includes One of those that we're very passionate about is Dog Tag Bakery. I love Dog Tag Bakery. I love their cookies. I love their brownies. I love everything about them.
As do I, Seth.
And so another really cool thing about Dog Tag Bakery, if you don't know this, they're based out of DC. They do these entrepreneurship fellowship cohorts, right? And you go in and they teach you how to run their business so that you can run your own business. And it's a phenomenal program. If you're interested in entrepreneurship or you know anybody in the military community that's interested in getting to starting their own business, I highly recommend you check it out. That being said, when you make your LinkedIn post, tag something amazing about any of the companies here. Make sure, if I said something about Fiserv or anything like that, have a really awesome and meaningful post. Tag me in it so that I know you did. And we'll select the best post, and I will send you a gift box from Dog Tag Bakery full of cookies, brownies, coffee. A really cool box. It's phenomenal. You'll share it with your family. They will not. You will be the hero of the day. I guarantee it.
Okay, awesome. I love it. So y'all tag Fiserv and Dog Tag Bakery, phenomenal organization. With that, we are at the end of our time. I want to thank you all so much again for being with us here today. Join us back anytime. Thank you again to all the employers that have joined us here today. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
At all.
Thank you, team. Have a good day.
I've been able to get
Take care.
is like I finally got Google to open, but it takes
Sorry, I think I hit it at the same time when y'all did.